This is Mirabella's kitchen, and today I'm making green enchilada sauce. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients. I got this recipe from a coworker of mine, and this is my first time ever making it. For the chicken that I'm pairing with this, I'm using the same recipe I've used in my previous enchilada video. So a quick recap, it's a teaspoon of coarse kosher salt, ground cumin, garlic powder, paprika, and half a teaspoon of black pepper, all mixed together. And then I take 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs because I bought them by accident at the store. I thought they were chicken breasts. I was in a rush, and I remove a little bit of the fat and look for any hard bits. And then I take 1/2 teaspoon on each side of the spice mixture and rub it in. I have a saute pan heating up over medium heat. I add some olive oil to it once it's hot, and then I add the chicken to get it nice and brown and cook through until it's 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I also have a frying pan over medium to medium-high heat that I am browning some flour tortillas in for about 10 to 15 seconds on each side, and almost losing a bunch of them in the process. Once I have the chicken taken care of and the tortillas taken care of, I move on to roasting poblano peppers. I'm using 6 poblano peppers over my gas range on high heat, just right on the grates, and I am roasting them until they have nice and blackened skin. Once they are nice and black, I add them into a paper bag and let them steam for 5 to 10 minutes. After the poblano peppers have steamed, I remove the roasted skin, and I like to use my hands as well as a spoon. It takes a way longer time than I thought it was going to take, so it is a bit of an endeavor. I remove the top of the poblano pepper, and then I take a spoon and use it to de-seed and take out all the membranes and everything on the inside of the pepper. Then I move on to the tomatillos. So I'm using 10 tomatillos. What you look for with them is firmness, not soft, not hard, and there's a protective skin on them that you remove, and they're very sticky, so you want to rinse them. Once I have them nice and rinsed, I add them to a pot of boiling water for 5 to 10 minutes until they are softened. In the meantime, I chop 2 cloves of garlic, and I shred the chicken. I add the tomatillos to a saucepan, the poblano peppers in, a bunch of cilantro, and the garlic, and 1 cup of chicken stock. So ideally you blend at this point, use a blender. I don't have a blender, I have an immersion blender, so I'm gonna try it. And I quickly find out that an immersion blender is no match for whole poblano peppers, even if they've been steamed. So I try some more liquid. It's still a problem, and I'm trying to brainstorm what to do next. So I have a chopper attachment, and I put the poblano peppers into the chopper attachment of my immersion blender, and it gets them nice and blended down. So I take all the peppers out, blend them down, add them back in, and then I just really go at it with the immersion blender. It takes a lot of time. The sauce is time intensive. I bring the sauce to a boil over medium-high heat, and then I add 1 cup of heavy cream, and I add about a teaspoon or so of coarse kosher salt, and I take 2 Knorr chicken bouillon cubes and I break them up into the sauce, give it a nice stir, and let it cook over medium-low heat for about 15 minutes. I add a layer of the sauce to a 9x13-inch baking dish, and then I start making the enchiladas. I have a nice station set up. I take a tortilla, coat both sides with the green sauce, add some chicken in, roll it up nice and tight, and add it to the baking dish. And I repeat that 10 times. This sauce has a lot left over, so I recommend making more enchiladas, storing it for later. You can use it with chilaquiles for breakfast the next morning. There's a lot of uses for this. I add some of the excess sauce over the top of the enchiladas. And I crumble some queso fresco over the top. I cover the enchiladas with some tin foil and I add it to a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for 15 minutes. I also have some refried beans. I have pinto and black heating up over the stove. I'm trying to figure out which I like more. It's black beans. And I add some water to it and cook it over medium heat. After 15 minutes, I remove the enchiladas and ta-da! They look beautiful. And I take 2 pieces, add it to a plate, add some refried beans on the side, and that's green enchilada sauce. I do recommend adding a jalapeno or something to it because it was a bit mild. I wanted some spice and some kick to it. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos every Wednesday, and please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.